What is up? It's week 2 of high school football action here. We got the Jays and the Pirates here tonight. I'm Liam Hammer, joined in the booth as, of course, always by Optimus Cline, the one and only. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing quite well. I'm excited to see this game. Got two teams. One of these teams won last week. One of these teams lost. But both these teams, they have a lot of spunk and fire to them. I know you're partial to the Jays and Ian Harlan.
Oh, absolutely. Ian Harlan, probably my favorite player in all of high school right now. Had a tough outing last week. They took on the International Conference, probably the best defense in high school football right now. So he just needs his targets to step up and make some plays. Not even Sam's had a really good game for him, but just didn't make enough big plays to try to separate the Jays from the Conference.
Please make your call.
Hoping to see the offense help out Harlan a little bit more here today.
Big thing to note for the Pirates is Trevor Colt will be starting this game over Clear Cannon. He came in the fourth quarter and got them the victory, and the coaching staff decided to go with him. So we're going to actually see him first as the Jays are going to be kicking off to the Pirates. Scoreboard on.
I'm pretty excited to see. That's all good. I'm excited to see Trevor Colt at the start here. Cannon struggled a little bit. Once they put in Colt, he came right in, got the game-winning touchdown, and they beat the Raiders 14-13.
Games of the way. Alexander Randall takes his back up. And he's going to tackle him 25-yard line. Now, Alexander Randall, he was shut down last week.
Yeah, he went up against Brett Iwalma, who just kind of came out of nowhere and held him to 8 catches. It was 8 catches. That's a lot of catches, but only 43 yards. He didn't move the chains once in that entire game.
He's going to be lining up against Frederick Falconer, who had a rough outing himself last week. But this first down snap is going to be offset out of Trevor Colt. He's going to take the ball. He's going to look out. He's going to throw it. First play of the game is 36 yards out of bounds. Cline, what are you expecting to see from, let's start with the Pirates in this game?
Well, I'm hoping that they get Dedrick Brook involved a little bit, try to get him some yards on the ground. He didn't make a huge impact last week. I'd like to see him get a couple more carries here. But a nice catch there for, was that Cedric Abrams? I'd love to see him run through an arm tackle there and get out of bounds.
Yeah, I always like to see his yards after catch. This is a second down play for the Pirates. Single back is going to be Brook. He's going to look deep. He's going to throw the corner out. It's going to be caught by Shea Earl. That's a great play there. And Shea Earl, he was on the Player of the Week voting last week. Decent game. What do you expect from him in this game?
I expect more of the same, really. It was the week of the tight end in week 1. I think we're going to have a continuing trend of that here. He had 7 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown, if I'm remembering correctly. So I expect another pretty decent day for Shea Earl.
It's going to be a lot for the safeties to handle. They're going to throw it out to Dedrick Brook out of the backfield. Brook is going to be tackled down after a gain of only 2. That was the safety Randall Gray and the linebacker there to make the stop.
Yeah, I like that they're getting him involved early. Only a 2-yard play, but nice to see him catch the ball here, get involved. So I'll look to see a little bit more of that here in this ball game. 2nd and
8 for the Pirates. Dedrick Brook in the backfield along with fullback Noble Bell. Throw it out, and this is going to be back to out round. He's going to be tackled out of bounds pretty quickly. Number 53, linebacker Alonzo Armstrong on the tackle.
Nice play by Abrams again, only 3 yards there, but he's getting open. I'd like to see a little bit of separation there. Jay's already got 2 catches, so pretty decent start for him. First drive.
Run down for the Pirates starting offense. Now we're going to have Trevor Colt, quarterback, Dedrick Brook, the running back, Alexander Randall, Cedric Abrams, the receivers, Shea Earl, the tight end. They're going to throw it to Shea Earl, and that's going to be knocked away by the linebacker. That was number 52. That was Armstrong once again. Let's talk about this Northeast defense. Offense had a rough outing last week, but the defense did pretty decent. What do you expect from them?
Well, they were going up against the Cowboys. They don't really have a high-powered offense. We saw that. They only put up 17 points. So I think the Jays defense, they could be a little bit better. But they did all they could last week. Again, the Jays offense is what really needs to step up. They need some big plays. They need somebody to help out.
Yeah, they did. That was a problem last week. It's going to be by Brian Walters up to the 19. And it's going to bring up the Jays offense. Jays offense is Ian Harlan, quarterback. Running back behind them is two-headed monster with Marcus Moderate and Zayden Van. Not quite sure who's starting this game. Fullbacks Emery Schofield, receivers Nigel Sams and Brian Walters. Tight end Trevor Bridges, and this offensive line is from left to right: Jonathan Lear, Henry Lewis, Kai Inzer, Howard Indella, and Blue Clavo. So this offense needs to step up if you're going to try to get a 1 in that win column. Offsides on the first play. It's going to be a free play. It's going to throw it to Van, and Van's going to be tackled after a gain of 1. This one's going to be coming back. That was number 92, Todd Hughes, who jumped off sides there to get the free play.
Yeah, neutral zone infraction. Nice little hard
number 92, defense.
Free play.
Repeat, first down.
He's going to take a shot down the field there. Interesting to see Zayden Van still out there. I think their ground attack could probably benefit from maybe getting Marcus Madre out there a little bit more. He's got a little bit better acceleration and brings a little bit more of a spark to this offense. So we'll see if we'll see him in the rest of this game at all.
Yeah, 2 top 20 prospect players on the offense for the Jays going up against 2 top 20 prospects on defense for the Pirates. This one, we'll see which side wins. Zayden Van out of the backfield again. He's going to a little stutter step and got Gray Morrison, and that's going to be a first down for the Jays.
Yeah, nice little run after the catch there. Looked like the DB was going to come up and make a stop before that first down marker, but that little hesitation by Van, and it worked out in his favor and moved the chain. So nice first down for them.
Yeah, we haven't seen a traditional run to Van, but they've been getting him involved out of the backfield. Maybe that's going to be a new trend here as Harlan's going to go across the middle. That's going to be to Trev Bridges, and Bridges breaks a tackle. Bridges might be gone. I don't know if number 90 can catch him. He can't. That's the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's gone. That's 7 points for the Jays.
This is what I've been talking about. Ian Harlan needs somebody on this offense to step up and make a big play. And here we are. It's the week of the tight end. It's the season of the tight end. Trev Bridges with a monstrous touchdown catch, running over a man and outrunning everybody. It might have been a little clip right there at the end by the receiver, but we're going to let that one slide. What a play for the Jays.
What a mismatch there. Looked like that was defensive nose tackle Zach Boone, who's one of the best players in this universe, but a DT lining up against Trev Bridges is a mismatch any day. Trev Bridges, no safety help, and that's the kind of spark the Jays needed in this game.
Absolutely. Like Harlan, he just needs somebody to step up. And I mean, Trev Bridges, who better to do it? He had a nice one-handed touchdown reception last week. The only touchdown for the Jays last week. And he's starting off hot here on offense against this 1-0 Pacific Pirates team.
Let's talk about that Pacific Pirates team. Obviously, coming off a close win last week. The score was 14-13 over the Raiders. Offense didn't do too much in that game. I know we talked about after that Alexander Randall just seemed disappearing that one. We're going to need something out of him in this game. What else are you going to look for from this offense to outdo what they did in their last outing?
Well, I mean, the Pirates are already on their first drive. Cedric Abrams a little bit more, so I see they're trying to switch it up a little bit and get him more involved in the offense. But he's more of the short to medium route guy. I would like to see them take some deep shots, maybe some close to Alexander Randall.
Alexander Randall, one of the fastest players in this universe, and didn't really show it last week. This week, line up against Falconer, solid cornerback, but someone who got burned a couple times in week 1, and it was definitely exploitable.
1st and 10.
Somebody says we need to turn our mics up.
Ask and ye shall receive. I need to figure out how to turn up Optimus, but this is going to be first down play from Trevor Cole. Across the middle, that's going to be Shane Earl for a gain of 9. Getting the tight ends involved, like you mentioned, the year of the tight end.
Credited with the tackle.
Yeah, these tight ends, I mean, it's just such a mismatch. You know, the linebackers, there's not too many linebackers. I believe we only have one in our top 20 rankings right now. So if you're a quarterback in high school right now, you need to attack the middle, and you need to, just try to exploit these linebackers. They're not fast as DBs.
Dedrick Brook, with his first carry of the game, is going to go up the middle for a gain of a few. Dedrick Brook had a couple good runs at the end of last week. Do you think that's going to be a trend that's going to continue into this week?
Yeah, I mean, like like I said at the beginning of the game, I'd like to see him get some more touches. I don't think he had that many carries. He did have some decent ones. There was 2 or 3 that he actually ran on the field pretty well on, but he just needs some more touches to get going.
Shea Earl there steps out of bounds after a gain of 4. Actually, excuse me, that was Noble Bell. Do you like the move that with moving to Colt over Cannon? What do you think about that move there from the coaching staff?
Well, we saw Cleo Cannon. He got them a touchdown in the 3 quarters that he was the starter. You could just see the offense kind of spitting and sputtering, and the coach decided to, take him out and put in Colt, and it actually benefited the team, and he had the game-winning touchdown. So I'm interested to see what Colt can do with some full games under his belt.
Brooke right there is absolutely leveled there. Number 55, Dennis Kennard with the tackle. Brooke has not had a lot of luck finding running lanes early in this season, but it's still early. This offensive line for the Pirates, Larry Gross, Jonathan Curris, Tim Morris, Kim Wazinski, and Tim Chatnoy. They need to step up and give him some bigger holes. As Colt's going to look for the corner, and he finds Randall. And Randall, again, on a mismatch, and that's going to take them to the 10-yard line. Once again, a receiver lines up and is covered by a defensive end. What a play right there.
Yeah, and there's that corner route I was talking about before, a post or a corner. That's what you need to do for Alexander Randall to get him the touches that he really needs. And he just completely just blew by the defender. That was number 92. That was actually the outside linebacker, Mario Pearson, for the Jays. That is not a matchup you want to see if you're the defensive coordinator for Northeast.
Like we mentioned before, Alexander Randall, one of the fastest players in the universe, and matching up against a linebacker, that's a serious mismatch. 1st and 10 from inside the red zone now. Trevor Colt's going to take the snap. He's looking across the middle, and it's going to be Earl. Earl is going to be tackled inside the 5 at the 3. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 here for the team. And Sully, is our microphone level a little bit better?
Yeah, I believe Tyler said the microphone levels were decent. All right. But Shea Earl, just keep feeding him, These tight ends are getting open all game already here in the first quarter. We'd love to see it.
And Dedrick Brooke is going to get in for a touchdown. Dennis Kennard couldn't keep him out. That's going to be first points for the day for the Pirates. And they're an extra point away from tying this one up.
That's what I'm talking about. Get Brooke his carries. He needs more touches to get going during the game. He starts off slow, and he starts churning, and then he finally gets some big runs, and here's a touchdown. I believe that is the first of the season for him, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe as well. I do believe that's also, the first rushing touchdown for Brooke. Hopefully, he's hoping of many. Obviously, we've talked about it before. There's a little bit seems to be a dearth of running back talent in this class. Do you think that has to do with a really lack of talent from the running back position, or do you think it has to do more with the talent we have at the defensive line?
I think it's like a combination of the D linemen and the offensive line, okay? Because for, let's say, the Southeast Raiders, they have Cameron Davis, phenomenal halfback, but, their offensive line didn't do any favors for him in that game that the Pirates beat them in. So I think it could just be a combination of both, like a good D line versus a bad offensive line.
We'll see how it plays out through the rest of the season. Brian Walters is going to take this return, and he's going to be absolutely leveled there. Good to see him get up. It kind of fell awkwardly to the turf, but it's going to bring up the Ian Harlan-led offense of the Jays. Touchdown last time out. Hopefully they can repeat that.
Yeah, if they can get Trev Bridges out in space again, lined up against some defensive linemen or some outside linebackers, he's going to be a headache for this defensive coordinator for the rest of this game. 1st
and 10 here for the Jays. They're going to hand it off to Zayden Van, and Van is going to get a couple up the middle. It's tackled by number 27. That was a safety, Chris Brandon, on the tackle.
Yeah, decent run there, 3 yards. You'd like to see him get a little bit more than that, but Van, not really known for getting a lot of big-time plays, so he's more of a just keep pounding the rock up the middle and see what happens.
Ian Harlan's going to hand it off to Van out of the shotgun, and Van has a little crease here, and he's going to get a first down. It's going to be Chris Brandon again on the tackle. You don't see those shotgun runs work too often, but work there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for Van to be successful, he's going to have to make the first man miss. And he did just that here, breaking the tackle. That's number 91 for the Pirates, defensive end Steve Ellis, who had, if I'm remembering right, a pretty decent game last week in that win over the Raiders. So that was a nice run for Zayden Van.
Yes, Ellis actually outperformed, statistically at least, Zach Boone, who is one of the top, I think he's the number 2 prospect on our board right now. It's 1st and 10 here. I formation for the Jays. They're going to throw out of it. And it's going to be dropped. And it's going to be picked off. That's Chris Brandon on the pick. Emery Schofield was the intended receiver, the fullback. Couldn't bring it down and popped up into the air, and the tip drill goes in favor of the Pirates.
Interesting decision here to send your fullback up the seam. Schofield, more of a run-blocking type fullback. I don't really love the play call there, but Chris Brandon, a fantastic play for number 27, the free safety.
Pirates got the first pick of I think it was the first pick of any team in this universe last week with Gray Morrison's interception. Now a pick on Harlan the first quarter, give their team some position as Dedrick Brooke to the outside. He's going to avoid one tackler, get 6 yards. Now they're going to go into the hurry-up offense.
Yeah, solid run there from Brooke. Let's see if they keep going to him here on this drive.
2nd and 4 here. Pair slot. They're going to toss it out to Brooke. Brooke with another hole, but this time it's going to be tackled. That was Dennis Kennard on the tackle. They're going to stay in this formation in the no huddle here. 2 receivers at the bottom, 2 tight ends at the top. They're going to throw out of it. And this time they're going to look for the outside, but he can't get there. Alexander Randall is going to be tackled. I believe that was Frederick Faulkner there with the tackle to force a 4th down.
Yeah, that was Falconer, number 22, coming up, making a great tackle on the so fast Alexander Randall. I like the drive there, giving Brooke the football a couple times. That toss play nearly worked. Looks like they're probably going to go for it here. And they will. Wow, they did not hit it. Brooke is stuffed at the 42-yard line by number 53. That is Alonzo Armstrong, the outside linebacker.
That's the risk you take going for it on 4th down. They try to run it, and like you were talking about with the bad offensive lineman. No blocking up the middle there for Brooke. He really had no chance.
Yeah, like I said, on a couple plays before that, I believe it was 2nd down when they did the toss play. I mean, if Brooke could make that safety miss, I mean, this could be a touchdown ball game right now.
After the interception goes to waste, Jay's back on offense. Harlan under center. He's going to go for the draw to Zayden Van. Van's going to pull forward for a gain of about 3.
Nice job falling forward for Van right there. Again, he's got to try to break that first tackle. If he does, there's a lot of green grass in front of him. And Harlan, like I've mentioned before, he needs some of these players to step up and make some big plays. We saw Trev Bridges make one. It'll be nice to see if Zayden Van can do one as well.
2nd and 7. They're going to hand it off to Zayden Van. Van, he cannot escape the second tackler. He's going to go down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 here for the Jays.
And now you're forcing Harlan to throw it 3rd and long. I'd like to see him get the ball to Nigel Sams. I don't think we've called his name at all in this game so far. If you can't find him, go to the safety valve. Trev Bridges over the middle.
They have bunched at the bottom of the screen. 1 receiver to the top. Ian Harlan's going to drop back. He's looks to the near side. It's going to be Sams, I believe, and that is a 1st down. Gray Morrison got completely lost there. They ran that man beater, and it worked to perfection.
Yep, there's that man, Nigel Sams. I called it right there. They needed to find him. That's his first catch of the day, and that's a big one. 3rd and 9. Great out route. As you see, the referee got absolutely destroyed there as well, but 1st down for the Jays.
Maybe a little bit of retribution after that terrible missed pass interference call from last week. 1st and 10 for the Jays. Ian Harlan now looking. He's going to throw across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. That was intended for Sams.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. I don't like the play call there. There's a couple of routes right in the same exact spot as the receivers cut inside. I would definitely scrap that play from the playbook for sure.
Yeah, not one that you're going to want to run again. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Jays. There's a good look at Nigel Sams. He made it to the top 20 list after really a pretty impressive day. Didn't get the win out of it, but a lot of receptions last week, and he's been kind of quiet so far this first quarter. Second and down, 10. Ian Harlan under center is looking. He's going to throw it, check down to his tight end. Excuse me, that's his slot receiver, Brian Walters. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, just a safe play there. I like the decisions from Harlan. Don't try to force anything downfield. You have a really good drive going. You're at the Pirates' 38-yard line. I mean, maybe get 5 or 6 yards here and kick a field goal. I think they might be able to get it with Jonas Stone.
Empty set, look for Ian Harlan. Ian Harlan looking, plenty of time, steps up, goes near side. That's going to be incomplete. He was looking, can't quite see who, that was Art Swain. Gleason was on the coverage, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 8.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8. I mean, going to your 4th receiver on the depth chart, maybe not the best throw there from Ian Harlan. But, I mean, the receiver was close. He might have been able to catch that, but they're going to have to punt it away now. They're definitely not in field goal range. You don't really want to go for it on 4th and 8.
First time we've seen the punter Saunders today. He's going to punt it, and looks like a good punt. Drop it inside the 10 if they can down it. And that punt is going to be a beauty. On the goal line is the official ruling. And now Pacific has to go the length of the field to score.
What an absolute dime from number 1, Terry Saunders for the Jays. Oh my goodness. I love special teams. That was a fantastic play right there.
Special teams can really make or break a game. Now you have a chance for a safety here as they have 5 men up on the line. I expect it to go to Brook, and now they're going to have to make a hole for him, and he's going to be running it, and he's barely, they're going to say he got out of the end zone. That's awfully close right there. I can smell the defenders licking their chops right now.
Oh, yeah, they are just chomping at the bit, man. They want to send the house. I know they do, but you got to play a little bit safe with the secondary here. You don't want to get beat over the top by Randall for a 99-yard touchdown.
2nd and 10 here in the same formation. They're going to hand it off to Brook again. Brook finds a little crease, and he gets a little breathing room out to the 6-yard line. That's all you needed.
Yeah, now your quarterback, Trevor Cole, he can take a deep breath, breathe a little bit. Your coach can send in a nice play here on a 3rd and manageable 4 yards.
3rd and 4, they're going to toss it out to Brook, and Brook is going to get tackled. That was a great play by the defensive lineman. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Score here in high school football, 7-7. Jays and Pacific. You're watching the HammerCline Sports Universe, the high school edition of this, and we're in week 2. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are, because we're completely geeking out over this. Punter comes out, number 9. It's going to hopefully try to flip the field. I don't expect this punt to be too good with these high school punters, though.
Ryan Straczynski, he's in a tough spot here for Pacific. I expect this to go out, around the 30-yard line.
No return on the play. Ball is spotted at the 31-yard line.
And he couldn't have called that much better. 31-yard line is where they're going to down it. And Mort Hall is just running out on the field because, that's what backups like to do. But it is still Ian Harlan under center. As you can see, the number 7. And he has only 31 yards to go to take the lead right now.
I don't know if Mort Hall's been puffing something on the sideline, but he needs to go back.
1st and 10. Harlan's going to look over the middle. That's going to be complete somehow to his receiver, Nigel Sams. I have no clue how that got through the defenders.
I don't know, but Sams took a little bit longer than I'd like to get up off the field. Thought he was probably injured there, but a nice catch, picking up 7 yards. Now you can do whatever you want in your playbook here with only 3 yards to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 3 coming up here for the Jays. 2 tight ends set. Van in the backfield. Harlan's going to take the snap. He's looking. He's going to throw it. That's to the backup tight end. Number 87, that's going to be a 1st down. Ian Harlan, 5 of 8 for 101 yards. That's exactly what we want to see from him.
He's got the pick, but he has that long touchdown to Trev Bridges. Now he's finding his other tight end, number 87, Johnny Galladay. He's getting into the action now. They're moving the chains. I'm liking what they're doing on offense. I'd like to see some Marcus Madre get some carries, though.
I agree with that. 1st down and 10. Pass is going to be to Zayden Van out of the backfield. And Zayden Van has a little bit of room. Going to get about 7-6 yards, but there's a penalty on the field. I'm not quite sure what this is. See what ref 62 has to say it's holding, and it's going to be on the Jays. That play is coming back. That's number 75. I believe that was the tackle. Who was that? That was Jonathan Lear. And now it's going to be a 1st and 20.
Yeah, that's not a thing you'd like to see as a head coach. You know, you get a pretty good pass to your halfback out of the backfield, and your offensive line, you know, they make a bonehead play, and now you have 20 yards to get a 1st down, and you're just on the outside of field goal range, just on the edge of it for Jonas Stone.
1st and 20 here. Let's see what their play call is. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen, and they're going to go, and that's going to be picked off. That's Gray Morrison, and he's going to fumble the football, and the Jays get it back.
Wow, what a wacky play here. I mean, Gray Morrison, one of the best cornerbacks in high school football. I mean, not a good throw from Harlan, first of all. Bad decision there, trying to force it down the middle. But somehow they come out on the other side with the football, and instead of, you know, the Pirates having it, it's 1st down and 10. Right back at the original line of scrimmage.
I mean, that's one way to get a 1st down there. What a wacky play. Fumbled after the pick. It's going to be handoff to Zayden Van on 1st down, though. And Zayden Van's going to break a tackle, pull some men down, and he's averaging 4.3 yards per carry. He's actually had a decent day today.
Yeah, he's keeping those legs churning. You know, they just got to keep handing it to him. You know, he does better the more carries he gets. You know, he's a workhorse-type halfback. You just got to feed the beast and let him try to break free for some big gains.
2nd and 3 coming up here for the Jays, and it's going to be handoff to Zayden Van, and he's not going to be able to break that tackle, but somehow pulls 2 guys forward for the 1st down. Great play from him, and now they're inside the red zone.
Yeah, great run there, great effort. I mean, just carrying 2 defenders, determined to move the chains. You love to see that if you're the Jays head coach.
That's the kind of fight you want to see out of your players, as this is going to be 1st down and 10 again for Ian Harlan. 4 receiver set. They're going to hand it off to Madre, and Madre is going to get about 3 yards on that side.
Yeah, it's the first time we called his name today. Nice little 3-yard carry. If he could have broke that tackle right there from, who's that, number 26, Colin Gleason, the backup free safety, you know, he might have been able to get into the end zone there, but a decent run. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
2nd and 7 for the Jays. Ian Harlan under center. 2 tight ends once again. That's Galladay and Bridges. Are your tight ends. Sams and Walters are your receivers. Madre is in the backfield once again on 2nd down, and they are going to throw it to the bottom of the screen to Walters, and Walters is going to be tackled close to the end, so that's a 1st and goal from the 4.
Yeah, perfect play call there. As you noticed, Ian Harlan called a hot route, and it might have been the out route to Walters to spring him free and get a nice 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for the Jays, who are having a pretty good drive despite that wacky interception and fumble recovery.
Yeah, and they're lucky to get that back, but they're making the most of it. 1st and goal here. They're going to hand it off to Madre up the middle, and Madre is going to be stuffed. It was a good play there by Scott, along with others, to make the stop.
Yeah, pickup of 1 yard, you know, nothing crazy there, but I'd like to see maybe a quick out route to Sams. I mean, these receivers are torching the corners on these quick outs.
Yeah, they are. I'd like to see him go back to that as well. You see Walters at the top of the screen, prime situation. Van's back in the game on 2nd and goal. See if they go to him. They're going to toss it out to him, and Van's going to swing it wide. He's going to get the end zone. Great blocking there from the tight end on the edge to hold the edge, and the Jays are up 13-7 here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, we've seen some awkward-looking runs here today. You know, we saw the handoff out of the shotgun that Van was able to get, what was it, a 7-yard carry out of before earlier in the 1st quarter, and now we see a weak side toss with the fullback running to the strong side, not even blocking for him, and he somehow finds the end zone, and now the Jays are going to be up by a whole touchdown here. Love to see it.
It's exactly what you love to see, and a great drive here from the Jays. I mean, obviously, like you said, you had that wacky interception, but they made the most of this, and now the Pirates kind of putting it back at the ball in their court, and the Pirates are going to have to pull a drive together here for risk of falling too far behind.
Yeah, Trevor Colt, he's going to have to try to attack the secondary again. Maybe, you know, some more post corners here with Alexander Randall. Get Abrams involved. You had Abrams involved early on in the 1st quarter. He had several catches. He moved the chains a couple of times. They've kind of went away from him. I'd like to see those two receivers get in the action. Maybe Max Zimmerman there in the slot, number 83.
It's going to be a kickoff. This is going to be Randall to return to this kicking. He's going to take this up and look for a crease. Nothing doing for him there. Been a quiet 2 weeks for him so far. Do you think that they're going to be able to get him going in this game?
Well, he did have the big corner reception where he torched the linebacker Mario Pearson, number 92. So I'd like to see them keep trying to attack downfield with him and keep the short to medium range routes to Cedric Abrams and Zimmerman in the slot, because I mean Abrams is fantastic at running those short routes.
Yeah, he is. Colt's going to do a quick drop. He's going to throw it over the top, and that's almost picked. That should have been picked. He was looking for Shea Earl, and Al Gibson there almost had himself a gift, but he could not bring it in, and it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, and that's why Gibson plays defense, man. Doesn't have any hands, but still, that was a good play. Yep. You deflect the pass, and make sure that the offense can't make a big play. And Shea Earl, we know he can make those plays. So good stop for Al Gibson.
2nd and 10 here for the Pirates. Single back look again. Colt's going to throw it once again. He's looking. He's going to throw it to a wide open man. It's going to be dropped. That was Cedric Abrams who dropped that pass.
Oh, man. That's tough if you're Abrams, I've been calling for his name. They need to get it to him. He runs a great route. He's wide open. There's just no excuse for dropping that pass right there. Let's see if Colt will trust his number 2 receiver enough to go back to him here on 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, you cannot drop an open pass like that, but hopefully, like you said, hopefully he didn't lose the quarterback stress. As Colt's looking around, he finds a man deep, and he has Abrams. Once again, that's a 1st down. Goes right back to the well, and beat Al Gibson, the safety. That's going to bring a 1st down in Jay's territory.
And that's what you love to see. The quarterback just watched this receiver drop a wide open pass. So what do? You go right back to him. You trust him, and you make that big play. You love to see that. It's a great redemption right there for Abrams.
It's a great way to get confidence back into your receiver very quickly. Now they're getting a good drive going with 5 minutes and about 50 seconds left to go in this game. You can go with a draw to Dedrick Brook, and Brook's going to swing this out wide. And if he hadn't done that, I think he would have been tackled for a loss.
Yeah, good job by Brook to get something positive out of that one. It looked disastrous with the linebacker just coming free, just unblocked, but he made the most of his carry there.
2nd and 8 coming up here. 2 backs in the backfield now for the Pirates. Trevor Colt's looking. He's going to throw across the middle. That's going to be caught by that's Noble Bell, the fullback. Nice play to him. Earlier we saw a fullback drop a passing and it get picked. Now we see a fullback on a similar route catch the pass, and Noble Bell moving the chains.
Yeah, that was the same exact play that the Jays tried to run earlier in the game, and it bounced off of Schofield's hand, and it was picked off. So the Pirates just taking a play from the other playbook and making it work.
You'd love to do that when you can run someone else's play, but better. 1st and 10 here for the Pirates. They're going to hand it off to Brooks. Brooks, I don't know why he swung it back wide. I think he had a crease there, but either way, it's going to be a loss of 1.
Yeah, I'd like to see him bounce that down to the bottom of the field here. He had a bit of space there. Again, that's just his vision. He needs to pick a spot and just go to it instead of trying to make all these crazy plays that he does not have the ability to make.
Yeah, it's not the fastest guy in the universe, but he can make some good plays. And Colt is going to look here, going to throw it out to the outside. That's going to be the backup, and it's going to be a gain of only a couple. Paul bringing that one in. It's going to bring 3rd and 8.
Yeah, number 2 tight end. So we've seen 2 tight ends for the Jays catch the passes here in this game, and 2 tight ends for the Pirates. So these quarterbacks getting everybody involved here, except for the Pirates. I do want to see Max Zimmerman, the slot receiver, get a pass. He is down at the bottom of the screen here. Let's see if they go his way. 3rd
and 8 here. What will they do? Trevor Colt has 4 receivers. Plenty of time. He's looking. He has his man. That's Shea Earl with the sliding catch and then a 1st down. Great catch by him. I think if he hit him in stride, though, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, that's just a bit of inaccuracy from Colt. You'd like to see him clean that up a little bit, but, he will improve with more reps as we get here through the season. But a fantastic, just baseball sliding catch from the tight end, Shea Earl. A fantastic play.
Honestly, on that second look, it almost looks like if he had thrown that out in front of him, that could have been picked or knocked away. So possibly, maybe we're wrong. Great ball placement. It could be as two tight ends now in this formation. Trevor Colt is now looking. He's going to throw it to Brook. Brook has an edge, and Brook has a touchdown. They're an extra point away from tying this game up in the second.
My goodness, Dedrick Brook. You know, I talked about it before the game. You got to get him his touches, and that's exactly what the Pirates have come out and done so far in this ball game. And they're about to tie this up with an extra point by Rod Sherrow, number 3.
Great answering drive from Trevor Colt in this Pirates offense coming down here. And now you're extra point away from tying it up. It's kind of turned into a back and forth game. As right now we've already hit the score of the first Pirate game, 14-13. Looking like a back and forth game with some offense going.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic game so far. You love to see the offense, get going a little bit. The Jays, they did struggle in their game, getting points on the board. I believe they lost 17-10 to the Comets. The Pirates, they only put up 14. So, Jays already more points today than they had last week. Pirates already tied what they had last week. So, we're definitely going to see some more points here in this ball game.
As the Jays have a chance to get some more points before halftime right now. It's a 14-14 game, and Pirates are going to kick it off. It's going to be Brian Walters back deep to receive it. And the kick is away. Brian Walters is going to field it about the 6-yard line. And see what he has. He doesn't have much room. He's going to be tackled before the 25, but there is a penalty on the field. I expect to see a clipping call. This is probably going to go back. Oh, it's holding. And it is on the Jays.
Yeah, they got him for holding.
That's going to make this a rather long field for Ian Harlan and the Jays. Do you still keep an aggressive game plan, or you just try to get some field position?
Right now, they got 3:13. I believe they have all their timeouts left. I would take some shots. I wouldn't want to force anything if you're Harlan. But definitely don't be too conservative here. You want to try to get some points before the half's over.
Well, let's see what they do. Ian Harlan going to take the ball. He's going to throw it to Zayden Van out of the backfield, and Gray Morrison's going to come up and make a tackle. Gray Morrison's got to be one of the most sure tackling corners in the universe.
Yeah, he's a really balanced corner. He's great in coverage. He can come up and stop the run. I really like him. He's probably going to end up being one of the most sought-after cornerbacks for the College Football Alliance.
I agree with that. He has all the tools, and we've seen his ball hawking ability already, with already 2 picks through 2 games. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Jays. Ian Harlan looking plenty of time across the middle. He has his man. That's Nigel Sams, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, perfect ball placement there from Harlan. Again, Sams coming through with a medium to deep route range right there. That's really his wheelhouse, and really helped out his quarterback there. Coming up on 2 minutes left in this ball game. I'd like to see some deep shots now.
1st and 10 for Ian Harlan. He's going to drop back, looking plenty of time. He's going to throw, almost not picked off if 54 could have tracked the ball, but knocked away. They are a good play by the linebacker to bring up a 2nd down.
Yep, 2nd down and 10 coming up. Harlan got a little bit lucky there that it wasn't picked off. You don't want to force the ball. If you don't have anybody open, hit your check down man. Zayden Van's been doing great catching passes out of the backfield, so don't force anything if you don't necessarily have to.
2nd and 10 here for the Jays. 9 seconds to go before 2-minute warning. They're going to pitch it out to Van, and Van's going to get a gain of about 4. It's going to bring a 3rd and 6, and now an interesting question for this offense.
Yeah, and 2 minutes to go. 3rd and medium right now. I don't know. Maybe an out route, maybe a corner route. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I don't want to force a pass over the middle if I'm Harlan. But you also don't want to just run the football here. Van, he has a couple really good runs today, but I don't know if you trust him to get 6 yards here on 3rd down.
Yeah, we've already seen Ian Harlan's propensity to throw picks at bad situations, but looks like they're going to trust him here on 3rd and 6. They are, and he's going to have plenty of time, and he's going to throw to the corner, and that's going to be knocked away. Gray Morrison with fantastic coverage on the play. I think that play got a little bit rushed by the defensive end there because that was blanket coverage. There was not much of a window there.
Yeah, and just what an absolute monstrous hit from Gray Morrison. The receiver going up, trying to high point that ball, and just got absolutely decleated. And now we're going to see Terry Saunders again here for the Jays, punting it away. He had a great one earlier in the game. Let's see how far he can punt this one.
And it looks like a decent punt so far. Alexander Randall is not going to have much of a return. And we're going to now get the Pirates out here a chance to take the lead before halftime. Minute 47 left in the half here.
Yeah, you gotta go to your man here. You gotta go to Randall. He had that one deep corner route that really worked. I don't know why they haven't gone back to that yet. I might attack the middle, go to Shea Earl up the seam, or go to Randall. Those are my choices right now.
First down and 10. They're going to hand it off to Dedrick Brook, and Brook is going to get about 2. Good defense there. Dennis Kennard, the linebacker, was there among others, and it brings up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, if you're the Pirates, you got to hurry up a little bit here. A minute and a half to go in the half. You got your timeouts, but you need to be, on the ball here. Just pick up the pace just a little bit.
2nd and 8. They're going with the split back look here. Defense is crowded in line, only a single high safety. They're going to hand it off to Brook, and Brook is going to have a little bit of a crease and wiggle his way close to a first down on 3rd and inches. They're going to hurry it up as we're approaching 1 minute to go in this half. Trevor Colt's going to throw it. He's looking, throws it on the post, and that's going to be caught on the crossing route from Alexander Randall. Now they're going to a little bit of tempo here. Under a minute to go in the half. Split back formation still for Colt. Colt dropping back, plenty of time, looking across the middle again. This is picked up, knocked up into the air, and almost picked off. Dennis Kennard could have ended this drive early. Randall had way too much coverage on him, not quite sure what Colt was looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw right there, but on the previous couple plays, Dedrick Brook just getting a really good carry, has a couple defenders draped all over him, and nearly gets the first down. Then a really good pass from Colt. Let's see what they do here on 2nd down and 10. Maybe a corner route. I'm calling for it.
2nd and 10 here for the Pirates. Trevor Colt looking. He's going to throw that corner route, and that's going to be to Shea Earl. That was kind of a little bit of a fade. Beautiful throw, beautiful route, and that's going to be a first down.
That's what I'm talking about. The corner routes, if you're the tight end, you're matched up with the linebacker. And if you're Shea Earl, you're going to beat that linebacker 9 out of 10 times. That's exactly what he did. The corner and the safety couldn't get over to help in time either. Perfect ball placement from Colt. Fantastic play.
1st and 10 coming up here for the Pirates. They're now just on inside field goal range. Going with, looks like single back look. 2 to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. That's Zimmerman in the slot. Dedrick Brook is the back in the backfield for Colt. Colt stepping up. And that's going to be knocked down. Ryder Bancroft gets his hand up there, knocks it away. Great awareness by the defensive lineman.
Yeah, fantastic play by the defensive tackle. Ryder Bancroft, just a big fella, just has some hops on that play. I do believe Colt was actually targeting Max Zimmerman on either an out or a corner route there. So they were going for the play that I've been calling for. Just couldn't execute it with Bancroft making a fantastic play.
2nd and 10 here for Trevor Colt. Trevor Colt's going to drop back and look. Pump fake once, pump fake twice, and he's going to throw it out to Dedrick Brook. But Brook is going to somehow get 5 yards out of that. I'm not quite sure how he did that. But 3rd and 5, and they're going to take their 2nd timeout.
Yeah, that was a great play. The pump fake actually got the cornerback to come away from Brook. And once he did that, Colt found him at the perfect moment, and Brook making a nice play, getting it up to 3rd down and 5. There's a lot of plays in the playbook for this situation, but don't force anything. You're in field goal range.
Empty set look here for the Pirates. Colt has his choice of receivers here on this play, and he's under pressure, and he's going to go down. They get to him. That's Shard Richard on the sack. 4th and 11 coming up here, and I expect them to just run this clock out, take the timeout, and kick the field goal.
Yeah, Richard, his first sack of the ball game. Cole, I mean, it's a decent play either way you look at it. You know, they're still in field goal range. They didn't turn the ball over. You're still going to get some points here if your kicker, Rod Sharrow, can get this through the uprights.
It looks like maybe the kicker didn't like how the grass was laying. Either way, he's going to take the timeout, line up again, and that should be the last play of the half here. It's been an exciting half so far for these two teams. Really, the difference in this game so far has just been those two Harlan picks. Obviously, one of them didn't end up mattering, but the other one stopped what would look like a promising drive, and now the Pirates are looking like they're going to be up by 3 going to halftime.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising to see Harlan throw some picks. You know, he's a gunslinger. Reminds me a lot of Brett Favre, the way he plays. So I expect some picks every time I see him touch the football field. But, you know, his team is still in this game. It's 14-14.
17-14 now after the 40-yard field goal from Rod Sharrow. That's going to take us into halftime here. 17-14 is the score at the half. You're watching the HammerCline Football League. This is the high school edition. You're going to see your police players go through high school, college on National Signing Day, into the Pro League. Stick around for the action here as we have plenty of football to come. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Optimus, what are your takeaways from this first half for the Pirates?
All the Pirates, I mean, they're doing a good job distributing the football everywhere. You know, Dedrick Brooke, I talked about it before the game started. You got to get him his touches, and they've done just that. He's been fantastic. I believe he has a touchdown. They do need to get Randall involved a little bit more. They've been targeting him on a couple short routes here and there, but the corner route was fantastic. If he makes a cut 10 yards downfield, he's going to beat whoever's on him. So I want to see the Pirates do a little bit more of that and get Shea Earl, I don't know, maybe 5 more catches here in the second half.
Well, it seems our producers did not want us to see the halftime show. We're going straight back into the action. Why spend your time on the halftime show when you can just watch football? 17-14 at the beginning of the half. Jays get the ball first. Brian Walters back deep to receive. Rod Sharrow gets this half underway. And Brian Walters is going to field this around the 10. And he's going to bring this up to about 30, I think. Yes, they're going to call it the 30 before he's brought down. Now we're going to see Ian Harlan again in this offense.
Yeah, good field position for Brian Walters right there. I'd like to see Harlan just keep doing what he's doing. He's got those 2 interceptions, but you know that's what this offense is. You know, you got to take your shots. You know, trust in your receivers, trust in your tight end Trev Bridges, and just try to make some big plays. That's what this offense needs to be successful.
I agree with that. As they're going with offset I here, Ian Harlan is going to throw the out route to Brian Walters. It's going to be a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up second down.
I'm not sure I like that play call specifically. I mean, Walters just had a kick return that he just did. He's, you know, maybe a little bit winded. I don't think I'd go to him the very next play on a pass. I might have been targeting Sams or Bridges on that one. But, you know, positive yards. You got to take that, I guess.
Going forward is always a good thing, I guess. Ian Harlan now with split backs behind him. That's Emery Schofield and Zayden Van. And Van's going to get the carry, and Van's going to get a couple yards before he's taken down by the linebackers. That was 57, Marcus Newell and Angelo Houston on the tackle.
Yeah, nice little gang tackle there. Good job by Van to actually squeeze through the O-line right there to get some positive yards. And third and manageable coming up. I formation set for the Jays.
Third down, Ian Harlan. He pumps once across the middle. That's going to be caught. Gray Morrison misplayed it, and Nigel Sams caught it behind his back. That's going to be a first down and take him into Pirates territory.
Yeah, Gray Morrison, I mean, it looked like he got a little confused, maybe lost the football in those Friday night lights, or Sunday night lights rather, here today. Just misplayed it just a little bit. A nice play by Sams, moving the chains, getting into Pirate territory.
First down 10, maybe the pump fake caught him a little bit out of position there. And either way, Ian Harlan with a nice throw, recognizing it and getting the first down. I formation here for the Jays now on first down and 10. Harlan with a little bit of audibling. It looks like man coverage with one single high safety, so maybe a deep throw. No, it's going to be a run to Van, and Van's going to be tackled in the backfield. That was Demetrius Philpott with the tackle.
And Van still somehow falling forward, getting positive yards. It's only one, but it's a lot better than what that play was looking like right there. Looked like he was going to lose maybe 3 or 4 yards. Not a good play. They may have had a pass play called, and then Harlan audible to the toss. I don't love that. Let's see what they do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 9 coming up here for the Jays. Split back in the backfield for Harlan. Harlan looking out of that. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be knocked away. Incomplete. Intended for Sam's.
All right, they're down to 9, folks. I'm expecting a pass to Shea Earl, it seems.
Shea Earl's on the other team, so that would be quite an accomplishment.
Trev Bridges, my apologies.
Gun straight formation here for the Northeast Jays. Ian Harlan, the only one in the backfield. He's looking. He's going to throw it underneath to Brian Walters. I'm not sure I like that call. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think they might go for it here. They're on the 43-yard line. I don't know. I mean, they can punt it deep again with Saunders. But if I'm the Jays, I would go for it here. But it looks like they're sending out Saunders.
It does look like going out, trusting their defense. I mean, the defense has been relatively stout in this game. But I agree with you. Maybe one of those quick outs, as that one's almost blocked there. But either way, gets the ball off. And is this another fantastic punt? It is a fantastic punt, but the man runs into the end zone. They're going to call it a touchback.
Goodness.
That's quite unfortunate there. Saunders is going to have a little talk with him on the sideline. Good shot of Cleo Cannon there. Benched after his Week 1 performance, and Trevor Colt has this team running much better than they did last season. Last week, excuse me. What do you have that attributed to? Do you think it's just Cannon, or do you think it's the team they're playing?
I think it was a bit of Cannon. You know, I think Colt just came in and just brought a different kind of energy to this offense.
Agree with that. As Colt has plenty of time, he's going to throw the out route, and a little bit behind his receivers. Lucky that was only incompletion. Underhill on the coverage, it's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't like that play call very much. It just took too long to develop. And, you know, of course, you hate to see a receiver drop a pass, too. But 2nd down and 10, I'd like to see them get Dedrick Brook involved a little bit more here again.
Dedrick Brook is at the end of the I formation in this play. And Trevor Colt is going to keep it himself, looking around the pocket. He throws the corner route, and that's going to be caught. Beautiful throw. That was Max Zimmerman with the reception. And that's going to bring up a 1st down.
There we go. I was asking for Zimmerman before there in the 2nd quarter, and they finally call his number on the corner route. These corner routes, I think if they keep going to the corners, you know, they're going to be able to have a lot of success against this defensive backfield.
He was working against Rob Moline there, and that's a bit of a mismatch. Rob Moline's more of a run support safety than a coverage guy. Zimmerman, a very solid slot receiver. 1st and 10 coming up here. They're going to hand it off to Brook on the weak side. And Brook has some space, but he's going to be tackled there by the corner who got off his block. That was number 26. And that was Sean Underhill with the tackle.
Yeah, good run from Brook. 4 yards. I'll take that every time if I'm the head coach.
2nd and 6 coming up here. You have Randall at the top of the screen, Zimmerman in the slot, and Abrams on the bottom. Colt is under pressure. He's going to throw it to Randall, and Randall's going to get the 1st down, working against Falconer. And Colt, you see there, 19-25, 230 in this game. It's been a good game for him.
Yeah, Colt with his first career start has just come in. I mean, you can see he just has full command over this offense. He is the leader of this team now. I think we might have seen the last of Cannon under center here for the Pirates.
Be interesting to see how his college career goes after getting benched in just the first game of his high school career. As Colt's going to throw this one out to Randall, and Randall's going to not be able to keep his feet in bounds. Going to step out after a gain of only 6.
You love to see them targeting Alexander Randall here. You know, you need to call his number a little bit more, I think. A couple receptions here on this drive. Let's see if they go deep, take a deep shot to him here.
I'd like to see them just run a go route with him. There's very few guys I think in the league who can keep up with him. So
absolutely,
just run a go route and see what happens. This play might not be the best as they have safety help, but 2nd and 4 here, 2 tight ends, and Colt's going to drop back, throw the quick out to Brook, and Brook's going to be tackled after a gain of only 1. Not my favorite play call there.
Yeah, I don't love that either. either. Just a very awkward looking play. They somehow get a yard out of it. So 3rd down and 3. You know, you can open up the playbook here a little. Maybe play action. Maybe try to hit your fullback. You know, you got Noble Bell. We saw him get a reception over the seam earlier in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they go to a tight end maybe here.
Well, no Bell on this formation, but Earl is on the bottom of your screen going on the streak, and that's going to be knocked away and almost picked. That was Dennis Kennard who was running up, and number 53, the linebacker, was Alonzo Armstrong. A couple times we've called his name. He knocked the ball away there. Bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, they were targeting Cedric Abrams, I believe, on the slant route. And just that, I don't think that was a really good throw from Colt. Maybe a little bit just off target. But I like the play call. You know, he ran enough for the first down and just couldn't connect with the guy.
4th and 3 coming up here for the Pirates, and they're going to punt it off to Brian Walters, who, you know, honestly, he could just fair caught that one. Not much doing on the return, not much blocking ahead of him. And Ian Harlan and this Jays offense comes back out on the field.
Yeah, that was a risky return for Walters. I like that he's, you know, eager. He wants to make a big play for this team. You know, we've been hyping this team up, trying to get these guys hyped up to get some big plays for Ian Harlan, get him some help. But I don't like the decision there. You know, he could have gotten injured, could have fumbled the football.
We've seen already a couple devastating injuries to wide receivers early in this high school season. You don't want to lose your receiver early. As Ian Harlan under pressure is going to throw it, and that's going to be knocked away. I think they're going to call that for pass interference, though I'm not quite sure I agree.
Wow. Yeah, Harlan, I don't know how he wasn't sacked. I believe that was Boone on the pressure. Should have been sacked for sure. They are going to go for pass interference, though. I don't think I agree with that play either.
Number 26, that was Cullen Gleason who got called for it. I think maybe a little bit of homerism helping out their home team, because I didn't see a pass interference there. Either way, though, it's a 1st down at the 25, and the Jays get a fresh set to work with.
Yeah, they got to go to Trev Bridges here. They haven't called his number in a long time.
It has been single high safety here for the Jays. Let's see what they do. They're going to toss it out to Zayden Van, who's going to cut it back inside for little to no gain. And that was Houston on the tackle, along with the safety there. Good play by the Pirates to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Zayden Van has a little extra pep in his step, it looks like compared to last week. His acceleration is just off the charts right now. No way that I think he was going to get any positive yards out of that toss play.
Me neither. It was a great play by him to keep that alive. 2nd down now for Ian Harlan under pressure, and he's going to go down. The ball comes out of his hand, incomplete. They're going to call it a forward pass. That was Ellis on the pressure.
Yep, Steve Ellis, who called his name quite a bit so far in these first 2 weeks. Definitely, I think even though Zach Boone is rated number 2 right now on our list, I think Ellis, he's outperforming him statistically.
Definitely is. You don't know if that's attributed to how much attention Boone warrants, but either way, Ellis has been fantastic so far through 2 weeks. 3rd and 9 coming up here. Harlan deep drop. That's going to be Boone with the tackle, and Harlan's lucky to even that ball get away, because Boone was bearing down on him, blew by the guard, and that's going to bring out Saunders again for the punt.
Yeah, my goodness. The Pirates defensive line, they're saying, we're as good as the Comets defensive line, and they're showing it here on this drive. Just 2 fantastic plays right in a row. One for Ellis, the D end, one for Boone, the D tackle. You'd love to see the big fellas making plays.
Boone must have heard us talking about how Ellis is better than him, and said, hey, not quite, don't give my trophy away just yet. And great play on 3rd down. Randall back deep is going to be wrapped up very quickly by the Jays special team unit, and that's going to bring up Colts. And this offense, see if they can get anything doing it, as the offensive scoring has kind of slowed down here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's definitely come to a little bit of a lull here, but I don't know if it's because of bad offense or maybe these defenses are just finding their rhythm. They had some points scored on them in the first half, and maybe they just said, enough of that. We're going to make some plays now.
1st and 10 here for the Pirates. Trevor Colt's going to take this one, and under a little bit of pressure, is going to throw the out route, and that's going to be dropped by Alexander Randall. That's the 2nd drop of the day. He's had a rough 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's got 5 catches today. I think he's already got more yards today than he had last week. But just like I was talking about before the game, for the Jays, the receivers got to make plays. And it's the same exact thing for the Pirates right now. Randall, you got to make that catch. You got to make a play for your quarterback, Trevor Colt, who put that pass on the money.
It was a fantastic throw, and it goes away. 2nd and 10 coming up here. They're going to hand it off to Brooke. And Brooke, Dennis Kennard with the tackle. And my word, we've called Dennis Kennard's name a lot today.
Yeah, the inside linebacker trying to get up on the top 20 list. I believe we only have one linebacker up there is Cokes from Southeast. He had a fantastic game last week against this Pirate team. So might have to get Kennard some recognition for the Week 2 rankings.
3rd and 11 here for Trevor Colt. See what he does. He's going to throw the quick out. Oh, my goodness. How was that caught? That was Shea Earl with the one-handed reception. Dennis Kennard in coverage. And that's a first down. I have no clue how that was completed.
Man, these tight ends for these teams so far this season are just out of this world. My goodness, how did he catch that? Was that a one-handed catch in double coverage?
That was a one-handed catch and maybe triple coverage.
Wow.
Trevor Colt under pressure is going to throw it to Shea Earl again. Dennis Kennard in coverage once again. Great job by Colt to move out of the way of the pressure and get that one off. He's really looking good so far in this game.
Yeah, the pocket movement right there from Colt was just phenomenal. And how about Kennard again? Yeah, he got beat by Shea Earl, who might be, one of the top tight ends. I mean, he is one of the top tight ends, but, he stuck with him, and he still made that tackle.
And out to Brooke on 2nd down, and Brooke is going to wiggle his way close to first down. They're not going to give it to him. It was Ryder Bancroft on the tackle there, along with the safety. That was number 26, Sean Underhill, the cornerback. And that's going to break up with 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 here. You got to give it off to Brooke. I mean, maybe a fullback dive. Give it off to Noble Bell. See what he can do here today on 3rd and 1.
They're going to go with the throw. Actually, they're going to look, and he's going to throw across the middle. That's going to be to Randall, knocked away. Rob Boline with Frederick Falconer on the coverage. And I would have rather ran it there. Randall has not been shown to be able to bring those coverage catches down, and he can't do it there. Bring up a 4th down. Offense, it seems as I can stay out of the field, though.
Yeah, 4th and 1. I mean, maybe they just did that play because they knew they were going to go for it regardless, but definitely outrun it here.
Free play, that's a first down. Brooke is going to get it either way, and that's going to be first down for the Pirates to extend the drive. Sloppy, you can't jump off sides on that play right there, and as a defensive coordinator, that always makes you pull your hair out.
Yeah, that is the 2nd time this game that the Jays have jumped off sides. We saw it early on in the game in the first quarter, and this one cost them a first down on a 4th down and 1. That is a big 5-yard penalty. Who's that, Gibson? No, I don't think that was jumped off sides, but you cannot do that on 4th and 1. Now the Pirates' drive continues.
Well, there was actually a holding call on that play, and so they said the penalty's offset. So getting a second mulligan here are the Jays. See if they can stop him here on 4th and 1. Once again, they jump again, and this time they stop him. It won't matter. Jumped on the top of the screen. They got their mulligan. It did not matter, and the Jays are going to get the first down.
Unbelievable. I just, if you're the head coach, you got to be throwing your clipboard. You got to be throwing your headset in the air right now. I didn't even see the holding call, the offsetting penalties on the last play, but it didn't even matter because they went ahead and they made the same mistake again. Just absolutely egregious.
That was Sherrard Richard, who was the guilty party on this last play. This is kind of mental mistakes that hurt you as a team. Split backs now for the Pirates on the fresh set of downs. See what they can do with the new life as Trevor Colt with the quick drop back to move around the pocket. Throws it underneath to Abrams, who's going to drop it. That was Pearson, the linebacker, on the coverage, who knocked it away.
Yeah, another play where the receiver should have came down with it. I mean, that's a tough catch. You're getting hit by a linebacker, I believe. But again, great pocket presence from Trevor Colt, stepping up, making sure he gives himself enough time to try to complete that pass. But number 92, Mario Pearson, just making a nice play against, who was that? Cedric Abrams.
2nd and 10 coming up here for the Jays. See what they do here to get some yardage. They're not quite in field goal range yet. Trevor Colt changing the play at the last scrimmage. See what that works. How that works. Trevor Colt is going to drop back, steps up, throws it deep. He's looking for Randall, and Randall can't bring it down, drops it again. He was working on talking to 4 drops for Randall. This has just been an absolute crap show for him today.
Yeah, that's his 3rd drop on this drive alone. I think at this point, I don't know if you go his way again if you're Trevor Colt. I mean, he trusted Abrams after a drop earlier on in the game, but, I mean, 3 drops in 1 drive. I think I would go to Shea Earl here, your safety valve.
3rd and 10. Coming up here outside of field goal range, bunch formation. He's going to throw the out route to Abrams. Abrams is going to turn upfield and get the first down. Great play. Shout out to all you in the chat. Thank you for sticking around with us. And also to PS2 Sports Gaming. How do you get the scoreboard on here? It's just a simple OBS overlay. That's how we're doing it here. It would be cool if it was modded into the game. I'm sure someone could figure out how to do it, but this is just an OBS overlay. And it's a quite nice overlay, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, boy, does it look pretty.
1st and 10 here for the Pirates. Colt changes the play at line of scrimmage again. Didn't work too well last time. See if it works well this time. They're going to check to a pass, and Colt's looking. He's going to throw to the outside. That's going to be to the tight end, I think. I haven't seen that number on the field too much in this game. That's number 87. That's Courtney Paul, the backup tight end, with the reception. That brings them inside the 10-yard line, and that's a 1st and goal for the Pirates.
Top 4 tight ends in the game. Top 2 for each team had already made receptions, so that's the 2nd one. That's a big one. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line coming up for Trevor Colt in this offense, trying to take a 2-score lead.
1st and goal here for the Pirates, and single back. They're going to hand it off to Brook. Brook spins out a man, and he gets inside the 5 to the 2. Great run by him. Only a 2.4-yard average, but he's had some good plays today.
Yeah, he's got that touchdown. I mean, that spin move was just filthy. A great play, getting it even closer to the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 2 coming up as we're under a minute left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and goal coming up here for Colt. Single back look to see if they throw it or run it. They're going to run it. Brook up the middle. He's going to be stuffed. That was Pearson and Gibson, Kennard and Gibson on the tackle. Pearson was in the area as well. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. What do you do here as the coach?
I mean, I would just keep running it, you know. You've gotten positive yards every time you ran the ball this drive. You got to keep going to it. You know, Dedrick Brook, not a lot of yards per carry. All he needs is 1.
3rd and goal coming up here for the Pirates. They're going to toss it to Brook, and he has a wide open lane. Walks in, touchdown, Pirates. It's 23-14, and Pirates have found their groove.
Yeah, Dedrick Brook, again, you know, you just got to keep feeding him. You know, he'll make plays for you, but you got to get him a lot of touches in a game. And there we go again. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the ball game. Pirates up 2 scores now. So the Jays, you know, they might be a little nervous on the sideline. They need a touchdown on this next drive, I think, or this game might be getting out of reach.
Pacific looking to make this a 2-0 start to the season. Jays trying to keep themselves from falling to 0-2 early. Big game here, honestly. Even though it's early in the season, you don't want to start a season 0-2 if you're a team. Both these teams have looked good, but the Pirates have come out in the 2nd half with just a little bit more spunk, a little bit more power, and giving the Pirates 2 mulligans on those offsides penalties, it cost the Jays.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, you cannot make that mistake, especially twice. You get a lucky break with the offset penalties, and then you just do this same exact thing. Like, that is just inexcusable. If you're the Jays, the head coach needs to you know, make some guys run some laps, I think, during practice this week.
Brian Walters is going to take this out from about the 5, going to go down about the 25, and that's where the Jay offense is going to start. They're going to need some points on this drive. Only 12 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Can you afford not to score points on this drive?
No, I don't think you can with the way that the Pirates offense has been working in this half and the whole game, really. But if you're the Jays, you can get a field goal here. But me personally, I think they need a touchdown. They need to get a nice little spark going for this offense.
Ian Harlan looking, he's going to throw underneath. Wide open is Sam's. Gray Morrison with a tackle. They brought the blitz, and Harlan recognized it and found Sam's. And honestly, if he could have just gotten that ball a little bit better placed, that could have been a gain of maybe 15 or 20. But that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Excuse me. Pirates up 24-14 here in Northeast. We still have a quarter to go of football, and the Jays have the ball.
Get your fours up in the chat, folks. Going to be an exciting finish here. I'd like to see Harlan take some shots now. You know, Nigel Sams, he made a lot of catches last week. Maybe try to get him the ball. We haven't called Walter's name in quite some time, so maybe they'll get him involved here.
Ian Harlan, single back, going to hand it off to Zayden Van, and Van is going to get stuffed. He ran away from the hole there, and that's not going to work too well with you.
Yeah.
Well, when you do that, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I don't like the play call there. I think I would just go with a short out route here. I think Sams or Walters can definitely beat these corners with a quick out route.
I agree. See what they do. It's going to be I formation for the Jays. Ian Harlan under center. They're going to throw it. He's going to throw the quick, and it's going to be dropped. That was intended for, I believe, that was Galladay, the backup tight end. That's going to bring 4th and 1. They're going to bring out the punt unit.
Yeah, that is a really unfortunate end to that drive. You know, you were at 2nd and 1, then 3rd and 1, and now it's 4th and 1. You just couldn't get 1 yard. You know, if they were going to run it, I would have liked to have seen Marcus Mondre in at halfback, try to get a little extra spark from him. I think he's only got 1 carry in the ball game, but he's definitely a different type of back than Zayden Van.
It's a bummer when you get the ball to your receiver's hands and he just drops it. And it's kind of been the story for Ian Harlan is you have a decent game but not have enough support around you to get it done. One guy I think needs to step up. You guys see Trev Bridges. You haven't heard enough of him.
Yeah, he just had that long touchdown reception where he ran over, you know, the safety, outran everybody else. But, I mean, what else has he done today? I think that might have been his only catch. I don't remember him doing anything else in this whole game.
Not good enough as Trev Bridges. You got to step up as the best guy on this team. The best receiver on this team is Colt's going to throw it out to Brook. Brook in the flat. It's going to be tracked down by Falconer and Pearson after a gain of 7.
Yeah, nice play there. Just a safe little check down to Brook. And he made the most of it, 7 yards. I mean, the Jays' defensive line, they got through right at the end there. They got to be a little bit quicker, try to get some more pressure on Colt because they're in danger of letting this game slip away here in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 3 coming up here for the Pirates. Split back formation for Trevor Colt. And a single high safety look again for the Jays. Colt's going to look to throw it. He's going to throw it up to, who is that? Is that Randall? That's Abrams with the catch, beating his man. Great play by him. Great play by Colt, recognizing there's no safety help and just lofting it up for his receiver to make a play.
Yeah, I do not like the coverage on that play. I'm not sure what the secondary is doing. You know, you got to get some help over the top with Nigel Sams, or Cedric Abrams, rather. He can definitely beat you deep when he wants to.
1st and 10 here for Colt. Colt looking, he's going to throw the out route. This is to Alexander Randall. Randall with a 4-yard out, and he does manage to catch that one, much to our surprise.
Yeah, it's nice to see him actually hold on to a football for once here in the second half. You know, 3 drops on 1 drive. I cannot remember the last time I've seen that. Just a tough drive that he had last time out. But a nice little 4-yard out route right there. You know, try to get his confidence back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a rough 2 weeks for Alexander Randall. Hopefully he can turn around his Colt. Plenty of time. He throws it across the middle. That's going to be caught. And I believe that's Abrams again. It is. Abrams really stepping up here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Abrams having a much better game than Randall here today. Just keep calling his number. I mean, he has a couple drops as well, but, you know, he didn't have 3 on 1 drive. So I'd keep trusting him. If you're going to keep throwing it, I'd check it down to Brook, who's been pretty good out of the backfield catching passes, and maybe Shea Earl in the seams again. We
haven't heard Shea Earl's name for a while as Colt goes down. He tried to escape the pressure. That was Ryder Bancroft who brought him down. Nowhere for Colt to go. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 16. Great play by the defense there.
Yeah, fantastic penetration, as people like to say, by Bancroft there, the #1 defensive tackle on the Jays. A big loss of 6. You know, if they could stop getting any more yards here, this is right on the edge of field goal range for the Pirates.
2nd and 16 now. They're running that bunch formation at the top of your screen. Colt is looking. He's under pressure again. He goes down again. That was the defensive line. That was Chad Davis on the tackle there. Our resident, Tom Schaefer's favorite player right there, Chad Davis on the tackle. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 21 as this defense is standing tall right now.
Yeah, great play for Chad. I mean, he's been bullying the guards all game long. You'd love to see what they do here on 3rd and 21.
Colt looking for the corner. He finds Alexander Randall, and that's a first down. First down. That wasn't Randall. Excuse me. That was the 4th string receiver there. Oh, no, that was just the 3rd. Excuse me. No, it is the 4th. Freddie Pena on the reception. First time we've called his name this season, and they just let him wide open, and that was a first down. Beautiful play right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Al Gibson, the strong safety, is doing there. I mean, yeah, that's the 4th receiver on the roster, but you got to show a little respect. You cannot give him, 20 yards of cushion. You got to get over there to help out your cornerback a little bit faster than that. Great play by Pena.
1st and 10 now for Colt, who is playing time. Pump fakes to the bottom, then throws to the bottom. That's a touchdown, and it's the redemption arc for Alexander Randall. Touchdown puts him up 30-31, pending the extra point to 14 now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, fantastic play by Colt. Look at this pump fake, just fantastic right there. It gave Randall the cushion that he needed to get into the end zone, get open, and I believe that is his first touchdown reception of the season. And the Pirates up big now in the Northeast Jays house. I don't think they have the firepower on offense to come back from this one.
And they're running away with it now here in the 4th quarter. This extra point puts them up 31-14. And this game is really cracked open quickly for the Pirates.
Yeah, I think we're going to see our 2nd away team get a victory here today. We saw the Lions beat, was it the Cobras last week in their house? That was the first ever away team getting a dub, and I think the Pirates are going to pull away with a victory here in Northeast.
Kickoff now for the Jays. Going to field it around the 10. Brian Walters takes it up to about the 30. And we're going to see what this Ian Harlan-led offense can do. They've really stalled since the first half, and they're going to need to find something if they want to make this even respectable.
Yeah, Harlan, the gunslinger, you got to just let him throw it, You need you guys to make some plays, and the only way to do that is to get them the football. So, take some deep shots downfield here and see what happens.
1st and 10 now for the Jays. Ian Harlan's going to throw it to Walters on the bottom of the screen, get started with a 5-yard reception. What do they need to do to find a hole against this Pirates defense who's looked really stout the 2 weeks?
I'm not sure. I mean, Gray Morrison has been doing a decent job on Sam's. He's got that pick here today. Walters, he has been struggling to get open downfield more. He's been doing the 5-yard outs that have been working a little bit, but at this point in the game, you need to go downfield. You need to take some shots to Sam's, maybe Trev Bridges, who we haven't called in a long time.
Ian Harlan directing man under center. Zayden Van's going to run up the middle. He's going to find a hole for a gain of a few. That's going to be a first down. Maybe some rhythm now in the 4th quarter for the Jays.
Yeah, solid run for Van. I like that they got the first down, but again, you're down big. 17-point deficit here late in the game. Just over 6 minutes left here. You need to take shots. You got to get behind the secondary somehow.
1st and 10 now for the Jays. Ian Harlan split backs behind him. It looks like almost a bear defense or 5-2 defense, and that's almost going to work as the defensive tackle had the ball in his hands and dropped it. Maybe taking too many cues from Alexander Randall on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, that was number 96, Tyrone Peterson for the Pirates, the number 2 defensive tackle who always lines up next to Zach Boone on that defensive line. Great play from him. I don't like that play call for the Jays. Again, you got to go at least 10, 15 yards downfield. You got to get some big chunk plays here.
2nd and 10 now. Ian Harlan directing traffic. We'll see what they have cooked up here for this play. 6:20 to go. They're going to toss it out to Zayden Van. That's not going to work. Oh, he breaks a tackle and gets only 2 yards after that. But more yards than I thought he was going to get, as a good play in the backfield to extend the play. But it's going to be 3rd and 8, and they're running out of time.
Yeah, 6 minutes to go in the ball game. I like the fact that Van broke a tackle there, but again, you've got to throw downfield, get some chunk plays going here.
Down 17 with under 6 minutes to go. Ian Harlan looking. He's moving around. He finds his man. That's going to be caught for the first down. That was York Bass, or Bass, however you want to pronounce it there. 4th string receiver with the first down.
I mean, if you're a musician, that's a bass. You know, if you like to fish, it's a bass. So, I mean, you know,
we'll have to ask
whichever one
him.
you want. It was a first down either way.
We'll have to ask him how he pronounces it. Maybe it's, you know, maybe the B's silent. That play's going nowhere. Ellis in the backfield to stop Van. Bring up 2nd and 12.
Oh my goodness, I can't with you sometimes. Oh man, a terrible play call here for the Jays. Fantastic play by Steve Ellis, getting a tackle for a loss. I don't know what the Jays are doing at this point. Just throwing out the white flag, I guess.
2nd and 12 here for Harlan. He's taking a long time under center. Finally snaps it. Deep drop. He's going to throw the comeback route, and that's going to be for a gain of a whole 4 yards to bring 3rd and 8 to Trev Bridges.
Yeah, I don't like the play calling here in the second half for the Jays. I don't know what they're doing. You got a gunslinger. Let him take some shots.
And they took a shot right there, play action pass to Walters, and it fell incomplete. Not the best choice, as he was surrounded by about 4 white shirts there. Either way, it's 4th and 8 now, and any hope of a comeback lies in the hands of Ian Harlan here, trying to complete a pass for more than 8 yards, hopefully.
Yeah, Harlan, you know, forced again to try to put this whole entire team on his back. I think it's too little too late at this point, but that was a good play from Demetrius Philpott. We called his name several times in this ball game, so kudos to him. Another linebacker name that we have heard quite a bit of today.
Ian Harlan, plenty of time looking deep, and it's going to be incomplete, knocked away by Cedric Richards. And that is going to turn the ball over and effectively end the game here. That was Steve Ellis once again in the backfield. And this Pirates defense is really putting on the clamps right now.
Yeah, they're shutting everything down. I mean, what was that Trev Bridges? I mean, quadruple coverage. Maybe if you got a little bit more air underneath that throw, he could have completed it. But, I mean, the Pirates, they just wanted this ball game a little bit more here in the second half. Jays have done diddly squat.
First down here for the Pirates is now all they need to do is salt this clock away. This is where Brooke needs to really step up. Oh my goodness, Al Gibson he started in the backfield, it seemed. Great play there by him and the cornerback, Underhill, to bring up a 2nd and 15, as this defense is not giving up yet.
I mean, he started that play in the huddle with the Pirates. I don't know how he got in there so quick. That was insane.
Great play. See if they can get a turnover here and maybe get some momentum. Who knows? 4 minutes, 3 timeouts. Anything can happen. But this play is going to be a handoff to Brooke. Brooke's going to spin out one man but not get away from the second. It's going to be a gain of 3.
Yeah, decent run there. He almost got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Was able to get a little bit of positive yards. 3rd down and 12. Maybe take a shot here. Why not? You're up by a bunch. You know, you're not in danger of losing this ball game with 3.5 minutes to go. I'd take a shot downfield here.
3rd and 12 coming up here for the Colts. For the Pirates, led by Trevor Colt. And Trevor Colt is under center. See if they just run it here. They are going to just hand it off to Brooke, and Brooke is going to only get about 2 yards. 4th and 10 coming up here, and the Jays are going to get the ball back. 3 minutes, 3 timeouts. I mean, crazier stuff has happened, right?
Yeah, crazier stuff has happened, but in order for that crazy stuff to happen, your offense needs to be clicking. And right now, that's just not the case. The Pirates' defense has just put the clamps on them this entire second half. So I think this one is over, and you are the hammer. You can put the nail in the coffin.
That is what I do. It is my name. As the punt is coming up here for the Pirates. And I mean, if you're gonna get some spark, nothing better than special teams to do that. We'll see if Walters can do anything, and he cannot. Gets it to the 26-yard line. And at this point, you want to rally your troops and try to get some momentum going to next week, right?
Oh, absolutely. Try to get some passes downfield, though. Like, I know the game is a little bit out of reach here, just 2:25 left in the ball game, but you want to see what your playbook can do. If you're going to use this all season long, you got to test out all the plays. So just throw anything you got at them.
Ian Harland behind center now. He's plenty of receivers. He's going to throw it deep on the first play, and that's going to be caught by York Base Bass or whatever you want to call him. First down and 10, and this is what we should have seen the last drive, but now it seems like they're calling the right plays. First and 10. Ian Harlan drops back, throws it deep again. That's going to be caught, and that's York Bass again. Now it seems like we're getting a little bit of a trend here. All the way, we flipped the field in 12 seconds, as that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in this game, and it seems out of hand, but don't go away just yet. Might have some fireworks left in this game as the Jays are driving.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen this type of play calling the whole game. I mean, you have a great quarterback in Ian Harlan. You have a lot of targets. You got to take some shots, and that's what they're doing right here. Just do it all game, and you might win a game.
Ian Harlan dropping back, pump fake to the bottom, throws to the top, but it did not get the defender. Great play by Gleason to break that up, and that brings up a 2nd and 10. Stops the clock at the very least.
Yeah, 1:57 to go. They didn't waste any time on that one. I mean, maybe if you get a quick touchdown, maybe right on this play, you get an onside kick, you got all your timeouts left. I mean, who knows? But, you got to make the plays, and they're just not really doing it right here in the second half.
Someone's going to need to step up as Ian Harlan's going to take the snap, drops back and looking. He's going to throw it up to Zayden Van. That's not what you want, especially as he stays in bounds, and that might just about do it if there was any hope left. 3rd and 4 coming up here, and at this point it seems like you're just padding some stats for your college application. He's going to throw the out route, and that's almost picked. Fletcher almost jumped that route, and I think they brought the backup out? No, they're still leaving the starters in, but Fletcher almost jumping that route, and that could have gone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that was nearly a touchdown the other way. That would have made it a really big deficit, 38-14. Not a great play call, not a great throw either.
4th and 4. If there's any hope of the comeback, you got to make it the play right here. Ian Harlan, the shotgun, no one back there. 5 receivers out. He's going to throw the out route. That's going to be caught. Nigel Sams keeps the sliver of hope alive with 1:33 left to go in this one.
Yeah, that was a really good route by Sams. That is his forte. He's a good route runner in that medium to short range right there, and that was fantastic. What a good throw from Ian Harlan. I'd like to see more of that next week in week 3.
1st and 10, going back under the center here on this play is Ian Harlan. 1 man in the backfield, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Trev Bridges is not on the field for this play as Ian Harlan's going to throw the short out, and I'm not quite sure what he was looking for there. Either way, incomplete, stops the clock.
Yeah, luckily for him, it just fell harmlessly to the ground. Art Swain, the number 4 receiver on the roster, the intended target. I don't like that play call, but again, nothing crazy happened. It wasn't picked off or anything like that. You're still on offense.
2nd down 10, and Chaos Driven asking how many games per season, and that would be 8 for high school. Only 8, so we're about a quarter of the way through the season for these 2 teams after this game. And that one dropped there on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. You got to, like you said, if you have any hope, you got to score quick, and that's not what they've done. They race down the field here, and then they just seem to stall. What do you think the issue is?
I think it's the play calling. I think that's been the issue this entire second half, and I mean the coach is not doing Harlan any favors. He's got the arm strength. You got to give him some plays downfield.
Harlan dropping back, looking, throws it underneath, and this man's going to stay. Oh, wow. Great play, actually, there from number 80 to stay in bounds and get a first down. I think that was Art Swain there. And that is Art Swain for the first down. Give him the first and goal. And like I said, keep the sliver of hope alive for the Jays fans here.
Yeah, that was actually the third or fourth target in a row to the number 4 receiver, Art Swain. Very interesting play designs here, but I mean, that time it worked.
First and goal here for Ian Harlan's going to throw it, and that's going to be a touchdown. Brian Walters, and they make it a 11-point game. Make it a little bit more respectable here in the fourth.
Yeah, they got their 3 timeouts left still. You know, you can get the onside kick, maybe get another touchdown, then get another onside kick. You know, crazy things happen, but a lot has to go their way here with 1:17 to go in the game.
They say it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I mean, I don't see any fat ladies singing yet, but they're warming up, I think, in the locker room.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And to answer Rocky Clearwater's question in the chat, no, there's not going to be another game after this. This is the only game. It's the solo affair tonight, unfortunately. But there will be more high school action coming up. If you haven't seen the other games, go back, watch them. They're on the YouTube channel here, Optimus Cline YouTube. And as they're lining up for the onside kick here, let's see what crazy shenanigans will happen here at the end of this high school game, or will it just end? Either way, all rests on the foot of the kicker, and it's going to be immediately caught, and it's going to be first down for Pirates.
Yeah. Not a good attempt at the onside kick. I mean, it's a high school kicker, you know. I'm sure they don't really practice the onside kicks a whole lot during practice, mostly just working on their field goal game and maybe kickoffs. But not a great try there. But they do have their 3 timeouts left. They can get a quick 3 and out, get the ball back, and get one more possession on offense.
To look, Castro, and I call it like I see it. To quote my esteemed colleague in the booth here, don't hate.
Oh, man, good run here from Dedrick Brook on first down. They just need to get a nice little first down on this next play and run the rest of this clock out and get out of here with the dub.
2nd and 3 coming up here for Pirates. Jays have to obviously force the 3 and out here to have any chance at a miracle. They have 2 plays to get 3 yards. If you're the Pirates, toss out to Brook, and Brook is going to get tackled in the backfield. That's Al Gibson. He seems to have been living the backfield for parts of this game. And I think I see the Bradley Monkeys a little bit behind the bench of the Jays.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play from Gibson, though. My goodness, just running up and run support from that strong safety position. And that was a loss of 5 on the toss play for Brook. So this is going to be an interesting call here on 3rd down.
Will they run it? Will they pass it? They will run it. Hand off to Brook up the middle, and Kennard is going to absolutely lay him out. Only gain of 1. That's going to be 4th down, and the Jays will get the ball back. So for all you Jays fans in the chat and all the rally monkeys I see in the stands right here, there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a slight sliver of hope here for the Jays. It's not likely, but at least we get to see him on offense again here. Maybe take some deep shots like we've been calling for this entire second half. But what a just absolute death blow from Dennis Kennard on that hit. He ran into a train.
As this play seems like it may just end the hopes right there. They have to go 99 yards in 54 seconds.
Oh, man. Oof.
You know, the Rally Monkeys may have just died there in that punt.
They're dead.
Dennis Kennard, you know, we've questioned his pass coverage, but we can't question his run coverage. One of the best run coverage linebackers in the universe, for sure. As Ian Harlan trying to see what magic he can pull out of his sleeve in this play. of this in this last drive. He's going to throw it out to the outside. Gray Morrison can't pick it off, and great play there by Sam's to pull him out of bounds to stop the clock. I agree, Chaos. These punts are insane.
I don't know how that pass wasn't picked off. My goodness, that should have been a pick six all the way. But somehow Sam's comes down with it and picks up 6 yards. Now I think you take a deep shot. You have a little bit of breathing room for Harlan.
50 seconds and 93 yards to go. Ian Harlan drops back. He's looking. He throws it out to Van, a little bit behind him. Van adjusts and catches it, and that's going to be a first down. 44 seconds, 87 yards to go. There's still life so far. The birds are still breathing. They're breathing a little labored, but they're still alive. Not quite sure they can pull it off though.
No, and there was Demetrius Philpott again with a massive hit. We've been calling his name all game long, just like Kennard.
Ian Harlan dropping back, quick drop. He's going to throw it to the top of the screen to Sam's again. Another little 7-yard out, 4 seconds off the clock from where we stopped it before. I don't mind these little short plays to get them down the field a little bit and set them up for a shot, but you got to throw the shot.
Just imagine if the head coach was actually calling these plays all game long, how effective this offense could be. I mean, they were just on their 1-yard line. 3 plays later, they're down to the 20-yard line already, and they've been really effective on this drive. 2nd and
3 now for the Jays. Ian Harlan dropping back. He has time. He's looking for his running back out of the backfield, Zayden Van. And he cannot get out of bounds, though, so that's going to start winding the clock. Just under 30 seconds to go in this game. Ian Harlan's going to have to rally the troops. No timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. They need to get a ways down the field as they're going to spike the ball there. And that's going to be 23 seconds to get 10 points. The hope is dwindling.
I think the hope is gone. I think it's out the window at this point. But still, a lot of exciting football could be had in 23 seconds, regardless of if you're going to lose the football game. You know, just try anything you want. You know, the playbook is wide open. Do some trick plays. Just throw a Hail Mary. Do something crazy.
They are pressing these wide receivers. Maybe a chance for a blown coverage. They're going to throw the out route again, and somehow Sam's comes down with it. He's going to go upfield for a first down.
Unreal. I do not know how these cornerbacks have not jumped these routes and got a pick six. Harlan is just putting these balls in just the most perfect places for his receivers. What a play by Sam as well to get upfield and get the first down. Wow.
I have to agree with Chaos in the chat. The great effort from this. They did not quit on this game. And there's a lot to be had. I mean, I don't know if they're going to look at a coaching change or what they're going to look at, but they got to change something play call wise.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 here for Ian Harlan. He pumps once, looks underneath. He can't throw it underneath, but lucky for him, it's dropped. Gleason was on the coverage. York Bass was the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down.
Yeah, that's good that he dropped that. That might have just ended the ball game if he did come down with the catch. You got to keep going. Out routes, corner routes, you know, post corners, anything near the sidelines here to try to stop the clock. I mean, maybe a big play here gets them in field goal range. They kick a field goal, get an onside kick, get a Hail Mary. Who knows? I mean, 13 seconds. I think you have enough time for those kind of plays.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Just, I mean, about a 0.01%.
Trev Bridges up the sideline. He has some space, and Bridges, why did he spin back to the middle of the field? That's going to end this game. He had a chance, and that's going to end it. 31-21 is your final score here in Northeast. Pacific goes to 2-0. Northeast drops to 0-2. Been a great game. Obviously, look at the stats here at the end. Yardage goes to Pacific, but it was a really close game all around.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreboard, I mean, they lost by 10 points, but you know, we saw some crazy plays here today. We saw an interception that was returned, and he got popped, fumbled the football. The Jays recovered it and got a first down out of it. You know, you throw a pick, you get a first down. Just a very crazy situation there. But if the Jays can shore up this offense just a little bit and maybe run what they did on those last couple drives for an entire game, I think this Jays team could be very deadly, very dangerous for the last 6 weeks of the season for them.
We have confirmation in the chat. Chaos Driven has started belting out in song, so the game is over. 31-21. Alexander Randall obviously gets the win in week 2 as well, but he did not do his team too much favors in this game. What do you think they have to do going to week 3 to get him, comfortable in this offense?
I mean, I keep feeding it to him. He definitely had a lot of drops here today. It's 3 on 1 drive. I think he had 4, maybe 5 total drops in the game. But the only way that you can improve a receiver is to get him the football, try to build that confidence back up, and I think they can do that next week. I'm not sure who they're facing. If you can look at the schedule real quick, but just keep trying to get him the football. That's all you can do. I mean, he's a fantastic playmaker. He's really, really fast, as we see Trevor Colt deservedly getting player of the game, 356 yards, 2 touchdowns for him in his first career start. He definitely just got rid of Cleo Cannon. He's on the bench forever unless there's a crazy injury or something. But you got to get Randall the football more, I think.
Yeah, it's great play there from great game from Trevor Colt. I agree with you. What you said, you got to get Randall the football more. You just got to get more comfortable. To go through the stats here, some things stand out. Obviously, terrible rushing attack from both teams. A couple other things, third down percentage for Jays is down. You got to convert on third downs.
Yeah, I mean, third down, that's tough, man. Definitely that's an important play. I know their offense was in some third and long situations. You don't love to see that, but you got to do yourself some favors on first and second down so you don't have to deal with that. Get your ground game working a little bit. Try those medium out routes. I don't know if I would necessarily go slant routes against some of these defensive backs, but you got to do something to where you're not 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 every single time you're on the field.
Yeah, I agree with that. Going to the chat, Harris saying, watch us all vote for Gross again. I would expect that, actually. Gross is, for lack of a better word, gross. And, he deserved the player of the week last week. And if he puts another performance like that, it's going to be hard for anyone in the universe to beat.
Yeah. I think last week, if I could vote, I would have voted for Vincent just because the Lions were the only team that had an away victory, and they did it, pretty convincing fashion. I think there was a lot of exciting plays in that game, but I think Vincent would have got my vote because we just expect Fletcher Gross to go off every game anyway. So, I mean, it's nothing new for us. I mean,
when you have the 2 best receivers in the universe and a solid running game, it's hard to suck as a quarterback. I mean, imagine if Ian Harlan had those weapons. What would he be able to do? Or a guy like Trevor Colt, what would he be able to do?
Yeah. I mean, Trevor Colt today, his top target, Randall, 4 or 5 drops. So he did quite a bit with the other targets that he had. Cedric Abrams stepped up. We saw Max Zimmerman get a nice corner route. Shea Earl, he had a big catch, a few big catches down the seam and a corner route. Even the backup tight end, Courtney Paul, was getting in on the action. He had 2 receptions. The number 4 receiver, Freddie Pena, number 80, came out of nowhere. I believe he had 1 or 2 catches as well. So Colt did a fantastic job today distributing the football. Dedrick Brooke was fantastic out of the backfield, getting 4 or 5 yards a pop per reception. And I believe Noble Bell had a reception as well. So kudos to him. Getting everybody on the field to touch.
6 drops for the Pacific's receivers, 4 from Randall, 1 from Abrams, 1 from Pena. Usually we talk about how Ian Harlan doesn't have enough help on offense, but I think this game, Pacific really didn't do anything to help Trevor Colt. In spite of that 73% completion, he was really fantastic.
Yeah, just a great performance from him. And, I mean, if you look at Harlan, he had over 300 yards passing as well. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but the 56% completion percentage. I mean, again, that's his receivers just not catching the ball. Maybe some underthrows that Harlan can work on a little bit. on those deep passes, but just some things to work up towards for week 3.
Yes, for sure. As we've come to the end of this game. Hope you enjoyed the game tonight. Jays fall to the Pirates. Pirates go 2-0. First 2-0 team in the universe. We'll see how they continue. If that trend continues, I think in the Discord pick'em, Jays were picked to win this. Not Jays. Pirates were picked to win this game. I think every away team has been picked to win this week, which is interesting. So we'll see how many 1-0 teams go to 2-0. Pirates are the first of them, but that's going to do it for myself and my co-host, Optimus Cline, for this one. 31-21 is your score. Final score here, Pirates with the victory. Hope you enjoyed and look forward to seeing you again here for more high school football action. Hope you have a good night.
Take it easy, guys.